The longest trip of the Donald Trump administration is now underway, and the president's trip to the Asia-Pacific region, the longest trip by any president of the United States since the George H.W. Bush administration. The president will meet with leaders from South Korea, from Vietnam, from China, and from Japan, all who play an important role as it relates to dealing with North Korea.
The United States remains committed to the complete, verifiable, and permanent denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. President Trump will reiterate the plain fact that North Korea threatens not just our allies South Korea and Japan and the United States. North Korea is a threat to the entire world, so all nations of the world must do more to counter that threat.
The third option, sadly, is war. And we have to be prepared for that possibility perhaps in the next 12 months. Those are the only three options I see to resolve this. I don't see a diplomatic off-ramp here. I don't see that freeze for freeze works, for example, because what it does is leaves North Korea's nuclear arsenal intact, whilst the US has to disengage from the region. So really, you've got three options. Somehow remove Kim Jong-un and the regime and put in place a regime that is less threatening. The second option is deterrence. And the third option, sadly, would have to be war.
American B-1 bombers, along with South Korean and Japanese fighter jets, fly near the Korean Peninsula. These are the weapons that experts say would play key roles in any strikes on North Korea. These maneuvers bring a swift brushback from Kim Jong-un's regime. The dictator's news agency saying the, quote, gangster-like U.S. imperialists are staging a surprise nuclear strike drill targeting North Korea. It comes as President Trump heads toward Kim's turf, embarking on a multi-nation trip to Asia, where analysts say one country, one major security threat, will likely consume his meetings with other leaders.
We'll be talking about, obviously, North Korea.
Tonight, military commands and intelligence agencies from Washington to Pyongyang are jittery because of so many potential provocations coming so close to the president's trip.
Tensions are definitely at one of the higher points that we have seen.
According to South Korean lawmakers briefed by that country's intelligence agency, another North Korean missile test could be imminent because they've cited movement of vehicles around a missile research facility in Pyongyang. Kim's regime has launched 22 missile tests this year, recently threatened the U.S. territory of Guam, conducted one of the largest hydrogen bomb tests in modern history, and threatened another. A U.S. official tells CNN North Korea is working on an advanced version of the KN-20, a long-range missile that could reach the U.S. with a nuclear warhead. A key question tonight, will Kim test Trump while the president is next door?
I think there's a good possibility that we could see some kind of either missile launch or nuclear test while Trump is there, in a way that allows Kim to remain the focus of attention, to show that he's not intimidated.
Tensions are at a boil also because the two men have fired personal broadsides at each other recently.
Rocket Man is on a suicide mission for himself.
Kim responded by calling Trump mentally deranged. A high-level North Korean defector told us when Kim is insulted personally, he feels his hand is forced.
Kim Jong-un has to respond because he wants to continue to be shown or depicted as the supreme leader and god of North Korean society.
Any conflict, and especially this conflict, is one that you really don't want to see if you can avoid it. But if it does come to that, there's no better fighter wing in the world prepared to deal with the threat that we deal with out here.
So we're about to go up and top up our fuel tanks. There's a tanker just up ahead of us here, and we'll get some fuel. Okay, you can see the tanker now.
Just 7 G's there, not too much.
Damn.
How you feeling? Everything good back there?
Yeah, everything's good. Just I feel a little tired.
That's awesome.
Yeah.